Anybody
No.
can tell? My screen is
Yes,
visible,
sir.
na?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, this is the link from which you have to file the income tax return or also to prepare the account. Now I click that on. Net is slightly slow here. It will take time. Yes. This is the income tax portal. I think everybody is seen the income tax portal. This is the portal through which we have to do all the works. For the time being, take it as your base work. Now, how you will make your account? Your account should be made from there. Here is two buttons. Number one, login, and number two, register. If you click on the register, it will open an interface. What it is said? Let's get started. This is taxpayer and there is others. Who are others? In others category, there is an external agency, 10 stakeholders, chartered accountant, e-return intermediary. These are the outsiders who are not taxpayer but can file income tax return on behalf of others. E-return intermediary, that means clear tax, compute tax. These are the agency who are e-return intermediary. Chartered accountant who can have that authority, take the authorization from his client, can file on behalf of the client. So they can also prepare. Now, for simplicity, we are taking the taxpayer. Can anybody give his PAN number who has no account? Anybody? I'll show. Rimi? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
तुम्हारा PAN number बताओ. तुम्हारा अकाउंट है?
सर सर पैन अकाउंट अभी तो करंट में मेरे पास है ही नहीं.
तो पैन कार्ड किसी भी आदमी का पैन कार्ड नंबर बताओ ना, यहाँ हम दिखाता हूँ. I will not create the account. I just show. Anyone can give the valid PAN number.
हाँ सर.
Anyone having PAN number? हाँ?
Yes sir. सर लिखिए.
बोलिए.
RL YP
P for Patna.
Yes sir.
हाँ, next.
S
for star.
Yes sir.
Next.
97 01
01
J
J. One
Yes,
thing must notice that the PAN number should be all capital. There are first 5 letters is RLYPS. That is a 5 letter is alphabetically. After that, 4 digit numerical, and after last there is a another alphabet. This is the combination of PAN card. Now, before going to create the account, you have to validate the PAN number. Validate. Success. Now you can see there is a message PAN validated successfully. Now there is a question. Please confirm if you want to register as individual taxpayer, because it is an individual PAN number. So I have to click on yes. Next, there is a button in the continue. I have to continue. Now there is a column of the last name. Singh. Singh. Middle name is not Rimi. Okay. This is a female. Click here. Date of birth. Rimi. Hello, Rimi. Date of birth.
11.
What? Write in the chat box.
Sir. 11 November
11 November
2004.
11 November 2004. Okay. 11 November 2004. 2000. Here I have to select first 2004. This is 2004. November 11. Okay. Now this is the date of birth as per PAN card. This is the PAN card and this is the name as per PAN card. Now here I have to say whether it is a residential or non-residential. What are the difference between resident and non-resident? If you stay in India more than 180 days constantly, you are a resident. If you stay less than 180 days, you will non-resident. Simple. So in this case, Rimi is staying at India. It is a resident. After that, there is also a button in the continue. Now, primary mobile number has to be given. I am giving because I have her number. I put here. This is the primary number belongs to self. Email ID. I put any number, any email ID. I'm putting my email ID. No problem. Here, email ID has to be put. It belongs to relative. There is no compulsory for landline number. Post Office India. Flat number. I am giving randomly any number. 207 Road, Benaras. Pin code. What is your pin code? Rimi?
Yes, sir.
Pin code?
22
Hmm?
100
1008.
8.
22 क्यों नहीं आ रहा है? देखा. This is the problem in the income tax portal. You cannot put that here. You have to do another thing. 22. Rimi, 1 second.
रुको 100
22 1.
008.
Okay. I have to copy here. Control C. Because it is not in income tax portal, PIN code cannot be given directly. So I am trying, but it is not given. Not also right. Anyway, in this way, you have to fill up all the details, and after that, it is not accepting. But PIN code is not commencing. Anyway, you have to give the post office PIN code number, and after that, it will you will have a OTP for in mail and in your mobile number also, and you have to validate that one. OTP has to be given in the next skin, and your account will be created. But there is a hitch in the income tax portal itself, because number is not taking. It's not taking. So there is a problem in this way you can prepare your account. Okay. Anyone have any question? Is there any question from anybody?
No, sir.
No. So you have understood how the account will be created in the income tax portal, which is the basic step for filing income tax return. Without account, you cannot create income tax return. Now, what has happened? I have to go back. So, when I have opened this one, I'm one by one explaining this portal. This is here, income tax department has given some notes, guidance for salaried people, guidance to tax filing, return and forms applicable for me, tax slab. These are the informative information for a particular person who wants to know detail, which I will give you in a practical way. This is a business profession, senior citizen, non-resident, Hindu undivided family. These are the guidelines institute has been, income tax department has been given, and if you have time, you can go through this tab. It will give you more enlightening rather than your textbook. This is the company tab, domestic company, foreign company. These are the details of the topics related to this one. This is one, this related to foreign company. Non-company, that means association of person, trust. This is farm. This is local authority. That means who are local authority? Local of the municipality, panchayat, and any other local authority constituted under the law. Now, this is the tax professional. Tax professional, here is the hinge. You see, there is a chartered accountant, return intermediary, but there is no mention in cost accountant. That is why we cannot grow in income tax practice, because here chartered accountant is taking upper hand. Now, in the direct tax code is under the hands of ministry, and most probably it will be put up in the parliament in the Monday. And see, we are hoping that here also our name cost accountant will appear in the if the direct tax code is approved. Now, here is the download button. If you click the download button, that is a utility, offline utility and Excel utility. The common offline utility, and ITR 1, this is for ITR 1 to ITR 4. There is no offline utility for ITR 5, ITR 6. I'll come to the next point. This is ITR 1. Here it is a Excel based utility. This download portion is for your utility to prepare the income tax return. Now, what are the different types of income tax? I'm stopping. Now, what are the different types of income tax return? Number one is original income tax return, which should be filed under section 139(1). That is the original return. For individual, it has to be filed within 31st July. And for persons who are not supposed to audit, they have also to be filed within 31st July. And for whom audited accounts is required for filing income tax return, the last date is 30th September. Now, that is the original return to be filed under section 139 subsection 1. Number two, belated return. What is belated return? Belated return is if you file return after the due date. That means in case of non-auditing after 31st July, and in case of auditing after the 30th September. Now, question has come, in which section it will attract? It will attract 139 subsection 4. Under 139(4), we have to file belated return, and for that you have to pay penalty, and for you have to pay interest also. Next, revised return. What is revised return? If you made a mistake in the original return, you can resubmit your income tax return under section 139(5), which is called revised return. The last date of revised return is 31st December each year, each next assessment year of the assessment year. If you filing 2024-25 assessment year, the last date is 31st December 2024. If you want to file revised return today, you cannot file. Now come, if you have made a mistake and time has gone, 31st December has passed, and you have to amend your income tax return, what you will do? You have to file belated return. At present, 2 years after the end of the assessment year, you can file belated return. Now, in Finance Act, which has been proposed in 1st February 2025, it will extend to 4 years. to come ambit of the taxpayers. Now, belated return is that return that you can amend even after within 2 years after closing of assessment year. But one thing you must consider that you cannot add any deduction again. No deduction, additional deduction is allowed. No reduction of income tax, refund of income tax is allowed. If you can file income tax return, belated income tax return, only when your tax is increased from the original return or revised return. So, what are the stage? Number one, original return within the due dates, belated return after the due date, but before 31st December, revised return within the 31st December, and belated return at present 2 years from the closing of the assessment year, and after enacting the new finance bill, it will be 4 years after the closing of the finance bill, closing of assessment year. Up to this, any problem for anybody? Is there any problem for anybody? Is there any question?
No, sir.
It is clear.
No, sir.
Okay, very
Clear,
good.
sir.
वेरी गुड स्टूडेंट, जल्दी जल्दी समझ जाता है।
Yes,
कोई बात
sir.
नहीं, जिसका प्रॉब्लम है बेधड़क बोलो, हम यहाँ बैठा है आप लोग को सिखाने के लिए। आप लोग सीखो, हमारा जो नॉलेज है हम जितना जानता है, हम ये नहीं बोलता है कि हम बहुत कुछ जानता है। आई कैन नॉट क्लेम दैट आई नो एवरीथिंग, बट आई नो लिटिल बिट मोर देन यू। सो आई एम हियर टू share my experience and knowledge. I'm not a teacher, I'm a professional. But I thought that something has to be returned to the profession. That's why I started develop your skill program. And before this income tax series, income tax, GST and cost audit series, I completed Tally Prime classes, which can be visible from our website under our official YouTube channel. That is a recorded class, and this classes is also recording, and you will, if anybody miss, he can see the recorded classes in that portal. Now, next point is, what are the different income tax return? There are 7 income tax return. Number 1, ITR 1, ITR 2, ITR 3, ITR 4, ITR 5, ITR 6, ITR 7. Now, what is ITR 1? ITR 1 is for salaried employees, but there is a limitations. What are the limitations? Number 1, salary should be below 50 lakhs. There should not be any capital gain income. What is capital gain? If you sell any capital asset, there will be a profit. That means selling price, sell value minus purchase value. That is called capital gain, and you have to pay tax on that as per Income Tax Act. Now, ITR 1 is applicable for the person who are having total income below 50 lakhs, no capital gain, and only one residential house property, and interest and other income. They are only eligible for filing income tax return ITR 1. Now, it is proposed in the present income finance bill 2025 that two financial 2 house property is allowed in ITR 1 for salaried people. I think this is a big achievement for the salaried people because one is residential property and another he can let out and make some income. That is this has been done to boost up the real estate business, but salaried people will be benefited. Right now they have to file, but if this condition is not fulfilled, that means if the income is more than 50 lakhs, have the capital income and more than 2 house building property, at present they have to file up to assessment year 24-25, they have to file ITR 2. But up from the assessment year 26-27, they have to be filed in the ITR 1 because of the change in the income tax finance bill. Now, ITR 1 is also for HUA, ITR 2 is also for HUA, but that condition should be fulfilled. What is ITR 3? ITR 3 is for businessmen. If you have business income from business and profession, you cannot file ITR 1 and ITR 2. You have to file ITR 3. Again, ITR 4 is that income from business and profession who want to file income tax return under presumptive income scheme. What is presumptive income scheme? Presumptive income scheme is a scheme formulated under Income Tax Act that if you have up to 2 crores income profit, then you can turnover, then you can file income tax return under presumptive income scheme. That and in presumptive income scheme, there is a condition that if your income is wholly digital, it will come calculate 6%, profit will be calculated 6% of the turnover. And if it is not digital, and partial digital, fully cash, it will be 8% of the turnover, which will count for profit. And after that, tax will be calculated. And if it is a partially digital, partially cash, so the portion is digitally income will be attract 6% of profit, and non-digital will attract 8% of profit. And after calculating that profit, you have to give some certain income, and most of the contractor or suppliers who has less than 2 crores income file income tax return under presumptive income scheme. They do not show their books of accounts. They do not keep their accounts detailed. They will simply have the turnover as per GST and given to us, and we will file that accordingly under presumptive income scheme. Because here is the evasion of tax. There is a scope for evasion of scope, but this is not scope of our course. So I am not debating on that issue. But this is the scheme, presumptive income. ITR 5 is also for presumptive income, but ITR 5 is a business and profession who can give in the books of account. ITR 7 is for income tax for trust and your association of persons, trust, secure societies, etc. Now, these are the classification of different ITRs. You need not be worried. I will tell you how you will select the correct criteria in due time. For the time being, you just assure that there are 7 types of income tax return you have to file, and after that you have to file income tax return. Now I am again sharing my screen to give you to come in the income tax portal homepage. Now, if I want to elaborate this one, it will take a lot of time, but I am just briefing. This is suggestions for revamp of IT Act that has been closed. It is a suggestion for portal link which you can give to the ministry for changing the direct tax code. This is DTVSB scheme 2024, Vivad Se Vishwas scheme. That means you declare that this is my income and they will settle your account income tax due accordingly. E-verify return. After filing of the income tax, each and every return should be e-verified. Previously, it was the copy of the income tax return was to be sent to the Bangalore CPC for verification. But now it is totally electronically verification. Electronic verification means you have to put the e-verification, and this is the this one. If you click this one, and you have to PAN, assessment year, mobile number like this, and you have to go for ITR verification. And if you put this one, I will put my income tax return. This is my return assessment year 2024-25 acknowledgement number. I don't have right now. Okay. Anyway, so you have to give the acknowledgement number. After that, you have to e-verify. Or you can e-verify here also after login. It can be verified. So e-verification is must, without which your income tax return will be invalid. And what is the time limit? Previously, that was 2 months. Now it is 60 days, the 30 days. This is e-pay tax. E-pay tax means you have to pay if you want to pay self-assessment tax, or if you pay demand tax, any tax you have to pay, you have to go through that. PAN number, confirm PAN number, mobile number, and you will put up to the port. This is a verify PAN status. If you click this one, you will have to, I am showing you my number. Date of birth, (1959). 14th April is my date of birth. Mobile number, just continue. OTP has come in my mobile. I have to put mobile. Put the verification and validate. PAN is active and details as per PAN. Here you can, this way you can verify the PAN status. Anyone, for anybody. If anybody has given you any PAN number, you can verify that. This one from that from here. This is know your tax payment status. If you paid any tax, but you have not received, you have to give him the PAN number, CRN number, challan serial number and mobile number, and then continue. You will get your income tax return tax payment status. Whether it has been paid, deposited in your account or not, you can see. Instant e-PAN. If anybody has no PAN card, you can go click here. Here is the e-PAN status. Easy, paperless. Get new e-PAN. If you click here, you will come to this one. 12-digit Aadhaar number, confirm and continue. You will get some number, OTP, and your e-PAN number will generate within half an hour. e-PAN is generating within half an hour, and you can use it in anywhere, including opening the bank account, opening the demat account. In every, it is valid for loan account. For every purpose, it is valid. e-PAN. If you do not have the hard copy of the PAN card, you can create within half an hour your PAN card number. You can get. So this is a very big achievement of the government of India, that previously 21 days takes to come the PAN card. In sometimes it will take more than 21 days. Now, know your AOA. Who is your AO? AO means accounts officer, assessment officer. In income tax department, there are different assessment officer doing different areas. In Bilaspur or in Calcutta or in Mumbai or Delhi, there are different assessing officer who can assess your income tax return. And how you will know your income tax AO? You have to go for that. Again, you have to put your assessment here. AAZPD 4398P. I'm putting my number. Again, OTP has come. Now, OTP is must for any information. So, this is my area code, BPL, AO type W, range code 88, AO number 1. This is my AO details. This is my AO detail, ward number 1 by 1, Bilaspur, Chhattisgarh, Bilaspur, ITO 1 at income tax. His email ID is there. Like this, you can know who is your assessing officer, and you can contact with him if there is any need. But as on today, it has of no use, because faceless assessment has been started from last 2 years, and this assessing officer has no role with your income tax return. They can only do what you can do in your portal sitting in your home. Because after filing of the income tax return, CPC has a mechanism to hide your PAN card number and address and send the return only data to any third person who can assess your return. You cannot know, or the person assessing officer cannot know whose return it is. That means if you file and return, it may go to Chandigarh, it may go to Delhi, it may go to Bombay. But my assessing officer is Bilaspur. He will see the status from his portal only, whether it has been processed or not. But he has no way to interfere with my assessment. So the chartered accountant or cost accountant or any professional or any tout claiming that I will clear your income tax assessment here quickly and give me some money, this is all baseless. They are earning income out of the ignorance of the people, and which I hate. I never do that. If anybody requests me, sir, my assessment has not done, I will show you, see in your portal. If it is not done, I cannot help you in any more, because where is your income tax return, I cannot say. Nobody can say. Only CPC people will know whose return gone to where, and that is totally confidential. Now go to home page. Again, verify service request. If you have any service request, you can here report accounts misuse, income tax calculator. You can have the income tax calculator here. Assessment here, resident, individual. You put the annual income. I put there total deduction 1,50,000. Assume, and here it is the tax amount 93,600. This is the tax amount. If the total amount as per assessment year 24-25, not as per this Finance Act. This is a simple calculation of income tax calculator. You can calculate your income if you know total income or total deduction. There you can see the income tax return, income tax amount, on tax amount. Next, tax information service. This is also informative service. Know your TAN details, tax calendar, download CSI file. These are the link which is not recorded. Here is this is important. Link other status. Click here. Again, you have to put the PAN number. My Aadhaar number is there. Now I view my link status. Your PAN, this is already linked to the given ID. So in this way, you can view whether your PAN card is linked with the Aadhaar or not. For anybody, you can see. If your Aadhaar card is not linked with PAN, there will be a button for proceed further, and you have to pay 1,000 rupees right now as a penalty to link Aadhaar with PAN. And I think it is proposed in the new direct tax code, it will be 10,000. As far as my knowledge goes. Now, this is the overview of income tax portal. You can explore more details. If you have any query relating to this one after the end of the class, please put your question in the question section of the CMA Guide India, and don't message me or put in the group, WhatsApp group. For technical query, for knowledge query, we have to use question tab of the CMA Guide India. I am showing you. This is in CMA Guide India. First, you have to log in. Here is the question. This is the section where you can ask any question. You just click on. These are the questions resolved. Ask a question. You are the question. Enter. Notify me and add the question. Question will be added. Any expert will give the reply. And use this one randomly. If you ask any question, if you have any study related question or technical related question or my class related question, here is the point. WhatsApp group is only meant for helping the site user who are in trap. That means registration is not done, some glitches is coming, or guidance is required. That is only that. For technical, all technical purposes, this site should be used. If you want to directly consult with me, this is a tab, consult expert. This is a tab. You can book a appointment with me, and that will be one-to-one appointment with in Google Meet. I will be there for giving discuss with you regarding to all your. This is password protected because for this service is misusing. Password has been given in the this one. Here you can select a date in Monday. If you select a Monday, you have to select this one, say 5 p.m. These are the available slot. You can click here. You have to give full details, and after that, you have to click on this link, book this appointment. It will a confirmation mail will be goes to your email, which email ID you are providing, and with a link to join the Google Meet. And I will be also, it will be coming to me also. I will, so that I can know who has appointment at booking. So use this site. This site has been developed by myself and maintaining by myself with my 2 or 3 fellows. My beloved Rimi Singh, who is also the admin of this website and also admin of this Microsoft team, and Ume Kulsum, they are with me, and I am searching 1 or 2 fellows who can also assist. If you are willing to help me, you can also come with me, and I will give you the all access so that you can also develop your idea and help the other colleagues, other professionals, other students. This is a discussion board. You can select any topics. This is a jobs. You can submit your resume. Like this, you can search here. You will get many support. This is a support system. You can submit your ticket. Many people are using this service. So this is the portal of the CMA guide. For raising any question, you can use this question tab. Now come to the income tax department. Here it is. I have discussed total income tax portal in a nutshell. Because if we go to every link, it will be 3-4 days only to give explanation of this. Now, I'm just logging into the portal and see what is seeing. Because it is very essential to familiar with this portal, because you have to do all these things with this portal. If you familiar with this portal, you can do anything. I'm again put AAZPD 4398P. If I logged in, this is the interface. Income tax return. Select the assessment year, that is mean current assessment year. And after that, online or offline. There are 2 options, online and offline. which I am explaining right little bit later. So it is the interface for filing income tax return. You can file income tax return from here also. Income tax return. If you hover this your mouse here, you will see this entry. Income tax return. View. If you file income tax return, view file return. It is for filing return, income tax return. It is for viewing file return which you have filed. This is here you will find e-verify of the return. It is 26 AS. What it is, I'll tell later on. Download pre-filled data, view annual information system. These are the all are important for filing income tax return. All are all tabs. I'll tell one by one. This is the authorized partner. Here also the chartered accountant. If you give a authorization to any chartered accountant who can file on behalf of you, so you can select here and my e-return intermediary registered as a representative assessee. Registered as a representative assessee means if a person is a person means assessee, association of person, company or trust, society, they do not file return because they are artificial body. So they have to appoint a representative assessee. And they can file, create account on behalf of the firm, company or trust or society and file return. So this is the, it has to be file, if you want to file as a representative assessee, you can register here. Now, another type of representative assessee is there that if you died during the year, anybody, I can also die. So who will file the income tax return? Income Tax Act, as per Income Tax Act, it is mandatory that till the life of the person, that means assessee, the income tax has to be filed, even if his death has occurred. And he has to, who is filing? File will be done by his representative assessee. For that, income tax, prior permission of the income tax department has to be taken. For any representative assessee, it is required. For death case, register on behalf of another person. If XO is not able to file return, Y can file, but it has to be like this. Authorize another person to act on behalf of ourselves. These are the different authorized persons under Income Tax Act, and you can have the details of differences in the Income Tax Act. This is the service tax. Service tax means know your refund status, tax credit minimum, rectification. Rectification we will discuss in the Sunday. Challan correction, refund reissue, request for order deeping. These are the all tabs which will be effective for different purposes. This is AIS. AIS means annual information system, or TIS means tax information system. This is nowadays very essential for that. If I proceed there, I landed here. This is the tax information system. They are a taxpayer information summary, and this is TIS and annual information summary. If I click here, this is my annual information summary. I have to download it from there. Here, income tax interest deposit, it is showing on this one because it has not been completed right now. So I cannot download. It can be downloaded. It can be downloaded here, but it is not of use because much more entries will have to come, and it will require for filing of the income tax. Now, this is the resources. What is the resources? AIS, e-campaign, e-verification. E-verification, these are the three user manual available in the income tax department portal. You can have a look, but I will tell the major portion. So this is the income tax portal, and after that you have to, I am logging out because my purpose has over. After logging, what has to be done? Okay, go to home page. Again, I am coming here in the opening page. Now, up to this, if anybody has any question, please ask. Is there any question? Audience is silent. What happened?
No, sir.
Is there any question from
sir.
anybody?
No, sir.
No. Are you enjoying my lecture?
Very much, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's go. Now, how to file the income tax? What are the documents for filing income tax return? I'll write one. I'm helping the notebook. I have written in here. Number one, PAN card. It is must. Aadhaar card. PAN card with login credential. That means password of the income tax account. Aadhaar card. Bank statement. 26 AS. Now come to the point. What is 26 AS? What I have shown you in the portal. 26 AS. I'll show how to download 26 AS and AIS also. I'll show you. Tomorrow I will show only income tax return filing, so that these are the basic concept I'm saying. 26 AS is a actually statement of different tax deducted on behalf of you from your income. It may be employer, it may be in case of businessman, it may be the buyer, it may be bank who are paying you interest. There are different sections for deducting TDS. So all the tax deducted on behalf of you at the source, tax deducted at source. TDS means tax deducted at source. Now, TDS deducted has done, and they cannot keep the TDS for a long time. What is the rule? Rule is if your tax has been deducted in a particular month, it has to be deposited against your PAN number in the next month within 7th. Otherwise, the person who has deducted the tax have been penalized. Penalty has to be given. So 26 AS is very crucial for filing income tax return, because you will have a look what are the incomes and what are the tax deducted already. It will help you in determining the tax liability. So 26 AS is the must. We are starting from filing income tax return from 26 AS and AIS. First, if a person come to me for filing income tax return, my team will first download, take ID password. If there is, if he forgotten password or it has with the other professional, will break the crack the password. There is a system of getting new password, and after that ID password, they will download the 26AS and AIS and TIS. These are the three documents. First, it has to be downloaded. And next, one thing is Form 16 for salaried people. Form 16. Form 16 or 16A. For salaried people, company is issuing after 31st March Form 16. What is Form 16? This is a total computation of income tax along with the tax deducted and the details of deposition of tax in the income tax department against your PAN number. Form 16 is that. And for other person, Form 16 should be issued for supplier, contractor, trust. Form 16 should be issued if the tax has been deducted after computing the income tax. So these are the basic documents you have to collect before filing of income tax return of anybody. Next, saving particulars. That means there are different sections under Income Tax Act. There are different sections under Income Tax Act for giving you relief from the income tax liability. Section 80 is a mean for tax deduction. So you have to collect the details of deductions, investment made by the person for giving him relief under Section 80. Next, home loan certificate. Home loan interest certificate. This is also an important. If he have the home loan, running home loan, because home loan interest is deductible under house property and principal amount is deducted under 80C within the limit of 1,50,000. Next, capital gain details. Yesterday I was starting writing, but a phone has come and I stopped that writing. Capital gain details. Details of tax deposited by himself. Employer details. Who is your employer? Profit and loss and balance sheet for businessman. Form 16, this has been declared. These are the basic Aadhaar card, PAN card, email ID. You can get from portal itself, email ID and mobile number. If it is valid, you can use that. If it is not valid, you have to change in the portal first, and then it has to be used in the income tax return. Now, these are the basic documents for starting of the income tax, filing of income tax return. You must have in your table, without which you cannot proceed further. There are certain other bank account details. Bank account details also required for filing income tax return. Specifically, if you have any refund, bank account is must. Now, after collecting this information from the person, you you can start filing income tax return. Now, one thing I have to very clear. What is AIS? AIS means Annual Information System. Here, Income Tax Department started from 3-4 years back, generating annual information. The Income Tax Department collecting different information in relation to your transaction and compiled in the annual information system, and which is a very, very vital document like 26 AS. You can get every details nowadays, almost every detail from AIS. And Income Tax Department is reconciling the return with the AIS as per their portal. If anybody file return without verifying the AIS, it will be a great mistake. So AIS is very, very important. And you have to, before filing income tax return, submit income tax return, you have to double check that all incomes has been taken as per AIS and nothing has left. However, there is a point. In many a times it has been seen that there are some mistake or double entry in the AIS. You have to give the feedback in the AIS itself. Now, how you can see? I will again share my screen. This one, I have to log in again. Now, this is AIS portal. That's it. This is AIS. This is the information till date. This is SFT information, special financial transaction recorded here. What is the SFT? There is a definition in the income tax act. Payment of tax. What are the payment of tax? Right now it has been given here. Demand and refund, other information. However, if you want to give feedback, this is a TDS, TCS, you have to clear it. You have to show this one in the tax information system. You have to show here, you have to give feedback here, tax information system, and your correction will be completed, will be taken care of if it is correct. So this information is taxpayer information summary, annual information system statement. If this has to be gathered from here, and you have to file the objection here. Now we're coming here. 26 AS and AIS I have explained. Another important aspect is capital gain statement. What is capital gain statement? Capital gain means any profit arising out of selling of capital asset. What is capital asset? Capital asset means land and building, not personal applies. Land and building, shares, debentures, mutual fund. Even if you switching the mutual fund from one fund to another fund, it attracts income tax. In this year, I attract more than 2,50,000 only because tax, only because of switching of mutual fund. I've switched some funds from this to that, and it attracts mutual fund income capital gain tax. So any asset you have sold, it has to be taxed. Now, for share and mutual fund, you have to collect it from the either from share brokers or from mutual fund fund house. But I can give you another way. There are two depository. Number one, CAMS online portal is there for giving you capital gain statement for shares and debenture, shares and mutual fund, especially mutual fund. And another is KFinTech. That is also giving you the capital gain tax, capital gain statement, which you can use for income tax calculation. How? I will show you next day. What is left? Home loan interest certificate. Home loan interest certificate should be collected from the bank where your loan is deducting. They will give you the interest certificate. There's no need to collect interest certificate nowadays because it is available in the AIS portal. So you should not go for that. But home loan interest is not available in the AIS portal. I think from this year it will be applicable, available in the AIS also. So far my information goes. Now, but it is required in income tax home loan interest certificate. That is a twofold objective. For me, I am a retired employee. I don't have any 80C deduction. That means PF, LIC, nothing else. But I have a home loan which I have not cleared till date. Even after retirement, I am paying that installment only because I want to get deduction in two sections. Under 80C, principal amount of the home loan paid during the year, during the financial year, is deductible under section 80C, and interest part is deductible under house property income from house property. And if I have no income against my income house property, so everything it will be shown as loss, and I will get the benefit of deduction. So my wife has advised me when I retired that pay off the interest home loan and get rid of the loan. This is a middle class sentiment, and here what she has told is quite justifiable. But as a tax professional, I have not done that. I invested that amount in a mutual fund and shares and getting more than 20% return and paying after tax rebate in the interest 6 to 7%. I am paying 6 to 7% interest net of tax and earning more than 20% in mutual fund income. Who is clever, myself or my wife? Tell me. So this is the financial strategy of a particular person, because I know I can get the benefit and I can invest that amount. So income interest from home loan interest certificate is required for filing, taking benefit under section 80C and in house property income from house property head. But at the same time, I must emphasize that for a salaried people who are already packed with 80 limit, he cannot get the benefit of principal amount because the maximum limit is 1,50,000, and this year government has not increased that 1,50,000. Otherwise, as because government is willing that old tax regime, that means these are the different type of deduction. They are not willing. They want you pay you income, pay the tax in simple rate slab, and enjoy the rest of the amount. For taking the benefit of anything, you have to pay. You have to invest under medical aim, under your home loan or anything else, LIC. You have to pay, invest. So government is abolishing, but these are another aspect. I'm not criticizing government. The small different sectors like insurance, like medical sector, they will be at stake because nobody will take that one. Nobody is taking for his benefit, only to get the benefit of tax rebate. So for today itself, I'm stopping my sharing, and right now 9:24. Tomorrow we'll start from directly filing of income tax with the data. Today I am just give a brief. There are 4 options for filing income tax return. Number 1, you have to log into the income tax portal and file directly online. If you do not comfortable with the directly filing income tax return at income tax portal, you can use offline tool. There is an offline tool of utility. I'll show you next day. There are 2 types of offline tool. One is with pre-filled data in utility using income tax utility, which I have shown you 1 to 4, and another is Excel utility. These are the 3 types, 3 way you can file, and another is you can use clear tax or compute tax or like some like other tax software who are intermediary. They are preparing the intermediary, means they are preparing platform for filing income tax return, and they directly file the income tax return to the server of the income tax. They have a tie up with the income tax department, and I am using clear tax. I'll show also that how you can prepare clear tax. Filing of income tax return is little bit difficult using online portal or offline utility or Excel utility. But it is very easy if you use ClearTax or CompuTax or like-minded software. But as on today, ClearTax and CompuTax is the number 1 position. Rather, ClearTax is much more ahead of CompuTax I'm using, and I have find no difficulties in filing income tax return. I'm filing income tax return. I'm in profession since 2019 and filing from 18 assessment year, 1920 assessment year, and constantly using clear tax. So it is benefit. I'll show you all the 4 methods tomorrow. For that, till time, please excuse me. Good night and have a good day. But Rimi, hello Rimi.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Share
sir.
share in the chat box feedback form.
Already I shared, sir.
Everybody is requested to fill the feedback form before leaving the meeting. I am sitting here. Please fill up the income tax feedback form. which is very essential for me, and give in two. सच लिखो, क्लास कैसा लगा, क्या चाहिए, क्या लिखना है हमारा पढ़ाने में, आप लोग क्लियरली लिखो और सबमिट करो गूगल फॉर्म. It will be counted. If anybody is not submit the feedback form, I will not allow next day. Everybody is requested to submit the feedback form. The feedback form is collecting for our record and also to know your views about the class so that I can improve my lecture, I can improve my delivery, and you will get much more benefit out of the class. I have nothing to take from these classes. Only I am here to give you my knowledge so that you can also use that one and have the benefit out of that. Those who have submitted the feedback form can leave. Those who have submitted the feedback form can leave. No matter. Everybody should submit the feedback form. Ume, tomorrow please reconcile with the recorded class along with